race Mike here, and we made it to the eye wall of E, and it's nothing like I've ever seen. We attempted to drive, forget about it. There's roads that are blocked, power, trees down everywhere. The Gulf is angry. It's coming up. We're actually driving through the Gulf here in a spot, so we're trying to saltwater great. The bird is already inching its way in. Coming to you from Perry, Florida, the eye of Idalia. We are getting some intense rain, currently protected by a building. Trees are going down. Oh, damn. Holy crap. Real deep water coming in from both sides. All the residents moving their cars.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Come on.
It's coming right now. So this is the worst of it. We can see gusts here of 120 miles an hour. Crazy, everybody. Let me tell you. All right. So hey, this is terrible. I'm protected. Trust me. I'm behind double doors here.
As long as you know. I'm trying to hold on. I want to hold on.
Oh, we get power outages here. We're in Slidell, Louisiana, and the eye wall definitely is right here upon us. Getting some pretty hefty gusts behind me. Good morning. These are clips,
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in there.
if you're wondering, from different storms throughout the 3 or 4 years now that I've been storm documenting. Not officially storm chasing. This is Harold this year. Believe it or not, I flew to Texas. I was so bored that week. I had some free miles. I'm like, I'm going to go to Texas. So, anyway, how's everybody doing? It's cold outside. Oh, man. Baby, it's cold outside. We should play that song, but I can't. The fade. This was hail. Hell no. Hail. Yeah, I got some amazing footage over the last few years. All in my truck. This was Fred. It was a tropical storm, but it was pretty powerful in the Panhandle. That's where I met a bunch of great folks around Cape's Sand Blast. And this was obviously Idalia. All right, so we got a little weather to talk about. Let's say hello to some folks here. Let's, I don't even know, this thing's about done. Let's pop on over here to a ABC Fine Wine and Spirits photo that I just saw on their page. They getting things ready for the holiday. Great place to go to get your holiday goodies, Louie, for all your Christmas parties. All right, let's say hi to some folks. This is Daily Brew. Not tomorrow. We will not be live tomorrow. I'm going out of town. I do have on the top of my website now our next Daily Brew, if you're ever curious. So the next one will be Monday. Should be Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week. Hope everybody's doing good. What's up, Miss Dawn. Good morning, Scott, James, softball man. What's up, Richard? Oh, Gally, and Debbie, Daniel from Palmetto. I lived in Palmetto for a couple years. S.L. Soley, good morning. Mountain to Sea. How's coffee doing? 86 degrees. That must mean you're way south. How far south are you, Chad? All right. Louie. That's right. Good old Louie. What's up, Miss Shelley Ross? How are you doing? Cheryl, good morning. Clearwater. It's cold. How cold is it for y'all this morning? We got storms brewing we're going to be talking about here in a second. Freezing in Marco Island. Boy, my snow post yesterday got a little heated, man. I put on there kind of haha. We did have frost in Georgia, Florida. It was a joke. It was a joke about the frost. I knew it wasn't going to snow. Thank you, Katie. Yes. Today we remember Pearl Harbor. I saw a post from my city of Oldsmar. Had a post just a minute ago. 33, Kathy in Georgia. Margaret, what's up? 59 in Palm Bay. Cool, man. Way south. So what do you think? I like this picture here, by the way. We got all kinds of, we got a little Merry Christmas sign. We got some gift baskets. We got some holiday favorites. Always be celebrating. Here's a data plot that is really cool. Let me show you how this works. Hey, what's up, Harold? Oh, all right, we'll say bye-bye. So this is a cool little link. Let me show you where it's at on my page. I love this. Well, I found this year. If you go to the radar maps here, NWS Data Viewer right here. That's this little guy. And it's so cool because you can change so much. I have it set for 41 degrees and below. So these are your low temperatures today. Places that were under 40. 41. I have it set at 41. I don't know why. But we got down to 38 here. Newport Richey, 39. Hudson, that's close to me. Very close to me. Very close to me. Like a stone throw almost. Newport Richey, 39. We had the lowest 40s, it looks like, made it down to maybe Zephyr Hills was 40. Don't think we had any more 40s. All low 50s. But we had some 20s in the Panhandle this morning. A lot of freezing temps. 32, 31 in Tallahassee. It was 32 here in around almost Gainesville. The outskirts of Gainesville. 32. That's around Alucha, High Springs. So we had freezing temps pretty far south. Here's 32. Made it down to close to Yankeetown. God, these are all areas that we were driving around during Idalia. Yeah, so it was a pretty chilly morning. But here's our 20s. Up always around the Panhandle. I think we had a couple 20s. Where the heck were they? There's a 29, 28, Crestview. It's always cold in Crestview. 28. I think I remember Roy Leap. Can anybody confirm this? Roy Leap used to always have Crestview on their temperature maps in the olden days before computers. Daniel, softball looking okay, man. We got a couple sporadic rain showers Sunday, but the main line looks like it's going to be in Mulberry like Sunday night. I know where Mulberry's at. That's 555 Bartow, right? Good morning, Mr. James Fort. What's up, buddy? What's up, Mary Krause? How's it going? What's up, Jacqueline? What's up, Katie? Candy? Eric? Good to see you, man. Everything's cooking. All right, so we got the cold weather out of the way. Obviously, it's in the 20s and 30s everywhere else. Mobile, 32. New Orleans was almost freezing. That's where we rode out one of those storms, Slidell. Hell, man, I've been everywhere. I'm like Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere, man. So anyway, it's a cool little thing. Let's see how low it actually got real quick. Let's take a look here real quick. Overlays. Let's go to 50, 60. All right, let's see how cold it was down in Miami. It was 56 in Homestead. Did it get in the Keys? 59. Close to Key Largo. You got it. It was 57, 55 in Miami. Pembroke Pines, 54, man. Yep, so it made it down there. Cold, man. We have iguanas down there shivering right now. How's my buddy Yohel been? I haven't seen him in a while. I know he's working hard. I guarantee he's working hard. Good morning, Miss Morgan. How cold was it by you? We were just showing temperatures. 20s and 30s up that neck of the woods. This is like the third or fourth cold spell of the year. And it's not even officially winter yet. You know that. Good morning, Mr. Lance. What's up? William Strong. Good to see all the new and old faces. All right, let's talk about the weather. No live tomorrow. We'll be live Monday. So there is storms brewing. We're going to have to watch. It's going to get interesting. We got a big old dip in the jet stream here, and it's not really making a cutoff low. The cutoff lows with a negative tilt winds is when you get some powerful stuff. So far, it's going to be strong. This is tomorrow. This is when it starts getting going tomorrow. So Friday outlook here, and then it gets a little interesting. Here is Saturday. Now that's a day 3 outlook. So very kind of, not rare, but you know, when you get a yellow on a day 3, it's pretty confident that we're going to have some storms to be dealing with. And this is Saturday. Now this is going to be Saturday evening into Saturday night. Could be overnight, some energy left over. So we got a lot of people watching down there in Texas, Louisiana, even stretching over to the tip of Florida here. So this could linger into the Saturday night hours. So definitely something to watch. And everything will be possible. Hail, tornadoes, winds. You know the deal. Now day 4, they don't have out yet. Tomorrow we get a day 4 or day 3 outlook for Sunday. Now Sunday will be interesting. I really don't know what they're going to do. We might have a big old dark green area stretching Florida all the way up the East Coast, possibly. Don't know. But that's definitely what we're watching. I have this on the site if you're new and you always wonder what those colors mean. I don't like posting this far out because they usually intensify as they get closer to the day. But this is the general thinking. Yellow, short-lived, not widespread, isolated, intense storms possible, meaning tornadoes. So yellow usually, I've seen EF3 tornadoes in dark green here in Lakeland one time. So usually you start paying attention anytime you get above that light green area. Now we have been talking a lot about this. This is kind of everything in a nutshell. I like these maps put out by the National Weather Service. So, you know, lots of models have been hinting high winds Sunday and Monday, into Monday, along the coast. So we got storms to worry about first. Then we got heavy rain. Could be flooding rains northeast of our frontal line here. But the winds could be interesting. We could see some of the models yesterday were showing 70 plus coastal winds. And it's showing the Outer Banks, north. John B. Emily, was it John B? Hey, David, I just happened to see your comment. Disney Sunday evening. Oh, no. If I was doing something Sunday night in Orlando, I would be paying close attention. unfortunately. Just stick around a little bit. I'll go over all the timing of all the models. So, skinny little, yeah, Morgan, a skinny little squall line. But those can be, feisty. We got a lot of upper level winds, so we'll see what that brings. You never turn your back on these El Niño winter storms, that's for sure. Very for sure. So, this is that. All right, so let's get a little more in detail since everybody's really curious. I like this new Weather Nerds thing that I found. Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We really can't go out more than Saturday, 48 hours. So there's really no high. Well, we might be able to. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits here. Our first stop every day. Let's see what the NAM is showing here. Let's go to Southeast. See if the NAM goes out. I think it goes out 90 hours, 60 hours on the high res. 60 hours. Better than 48 though. So what we're going to see here is this. It doesn't go out that far. Saturday, darn it. It's trying to. Yeah, high resolution models just haven't kicked in yet. Starting to though. You're starting to see this Saturday. So this is Saturday midday. We're already starting to see signs. Some isolated cells pulling up from the Gulf. This is where the energy starts to get out ahead of the approaching frontal line, and this is always the area to watch. Upper level dew points, conflicting winds. But we can start to see things start Saturday early. Let's go to windy. This is a little more higher res, maybe, timing of our system. So we'll start out with the Euro. So we'll go to Saturday about 7 a.m. Saturday. So what we're starting to see is some of these rains are going to trickle in across eastern Gulf out ahead of the main line. Throughout the day, it's going to get a little more intensified. So, we're still seeing the main line is here. This is the main area they're watching. But then we're starting to see some trickle-in effects out ahead of it from our high pressure over here. So, Saturday, there could be some sneaky rain showers popping out ahead of the main frontal line. Hopefully that destabilizes things or stabilizes things. This is Saturday, 4 p.m. People asking about Pensacola. Is the Snowball Derby this weekend? I don't remember. But there could be some isolated rain bands ahead of this big stuff. So here's where the strong stuff starts setting up. So anywhere from Texas northeast, where this is Saturday 4 p.m. Saturday 7 p.m. There's these big storm lines. Hard to tell exactly who's going to get what, but this is Saturday night 7 p.m. Still seeing some stuff possibly in the frontal side on Saturday night. Then things get interesting. So we don't have a Sunday SPC outlook yet, but this is where tomorrow morning will be really curious to see what they do. Last weekend dink. Thank you, buddy. I didn't see that. Joshua, I do. That could be. I didn't know we had a launch. $70 mile an hour glue. What's that? Yeah. Well, let's look at all these realistic possibilities on timing. I know the weekend is frustrating as we enter the holidays. People really. This is Saturday 11. Now this is the Euro. Now I'm gonna flip over to GFS. Very close. The GFS was a little bit more fast. Now it's a little slow. Here's Saturday 5 p.m. This isn't the best map for looking at high res, but it is showing these possible rain out ahead of the main line. So I'm going to focus on the Euro because it's been really consistent. So as we get into overnight, this is what gets interesting. Here's some storms starting to develop. This is midnight. The Storm Prediction Center talking about there could be some strong storms overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. So this is where we're going to watch. And then the big question mark is going to be Sunday. Holy cow, right? So here's Sunday 9 a.m. Sunday 9 a.m. Kind of keep it right here so Carolinas and Virginia can kind of see it. So GFS, about the same. You just kind of look at the isobars here and kind of see where the frontal line placement's at. Very close. But there's your storms. And if you flip over to thunderstorm, this is a thunderstorm potential map on the Euro, and it's still showing some storms. So this is Sunday morning, 9 a.m. We'll see. You know, I mean, it's getting closer and closer, and nothing's really changed as far as timing or possible severity. Now here's, 1 p.m. on Sunday. Starting to see storms up into Georgia, Carolinas now. Seeing a bigger part of this thing on the south side. And then again, this is 7 p.m. right here. I posted a map earlier today at 7 p.m. It was about right here. This is 7 p.m. So what we're also seeing, just like we saw when our system was taking shape Saturday, we're seeing some of this energy come in ahead of the main front, and this has been showing up for South Florida. So even though all eyes are going to be on this frontal line, we're starting to still see two different areas of stuff pushing out ahead. So we almost got like a double area. We have a little frontal, front side storms possibly in South Florida. This is Sunday, 7 p.m. And then all the way up the East Coast here, we're starting to see potential heavy rain bands and snow on the backside. Definitely seeing not a bad chance for possibly some snow on the backside of this thing Sunday night. But all right, so here's Sunday, 10 p.m. All right, back to your questions about timing. Nothing's ever set in stone, but this is the way I look at things. There's a front coming. You live in Florida, there's a frontal line coming. Sometimes they don't last long. Sometimes they just dump a lot of rain in a short amount of time. So, it's just a matter of when it gets here. Here's Sunday night on the GFS, starting to show some rain. And then the Euro's just a little bit slower. So it's your call. But, here's Sunday, 8 p.m. on the Euro. And then the GFS, obviously. So, it's coming. Now look at this heavy rain up here on Sunday night. This is Sunday night. So you get the idea. There's a big squall line coming down. There could be some thunderstorms with it. This is your thunderstorm map showing possible storms Sunday, 8 p.m. So there you go. And here's that mess down here, that ended up ahead of it a little bit. So, So the real question mark is going to be tomorrow when the SPC comes out with their day 3 storm map, and we're going to see how much of Florida's in dark green northward. Probably won't be any yellow yet. The only thing is man, I'm telling you, anytime you get a squall line in the Gulf of Mexico, you got to watch them. You just never know. This is your thunderstorm index. So there's that. Somebody asked about the Falcon launch. Well, here's 9 p.m. Sunday. A lot of times, too, they look at a lot of factors like, areas that they might have to emergency, land or, land. They look at weather everywhere, and if the weather looks bad up here, it might affect down here, but this, timing is really close. So there's that. Now north, we got a lot of people watching up north. Like I said, you got heavy rain here Sunday, 9 p.m. These are those winds from the Outer Banks northward now that they're already cautioning people. I'm not glad that I see it, but I got a couple weather fans that were blasted me for sharing maps about wind. But now we're seeing wind. This is Sunday night, 9 p.m. So as our frontal line here, you can see the winds are starting to pick up Sunday, 4 p.m. So the Outer Banks, things get a little hairy Sunday night. Look at this, man. We're gonna see potential gusts. Pretty darn strong here. This is 55, and it's coming in straight from the south. So that is a guarantee now because they are officially saying high winds to watch. Now, overnight, look at these winds now. So, Long Island has still been in the picture all along. There's our funnel line, but look at this rushing winds that are coming out ahead of it. You know, we can see 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Plus, Monday overnight is overnight, 2 in the morning. And then as we get into actual Monday morning towards Cape Cod area, a lot of 60-mile-an-hour showing up. So that's pretty much official. These winds all the way up to Maine here. So coastal, pretty darn strong. So we're gonna have wind advisories guaranteed. There'll be you know, look at this, man. We got 71. Jonesport, 75-mile-an-hour wind gusts on the Euro here, man. Oof, that'll be rocking and rolling. You got more winds than you did during Lee. And Lee, I was as guilty as everybody, hyping it up. So there's that. All right, let's look at snow. Snowfall on the back side of this thing could be interesting. Could get some big snow down in the Smokies, maybe. Euro showing, you know, some. 1.5 inches in Gatlinburg again. GFS a little bit more aggressive. The NAM 60 hours out. Well, maybe 60 hours isn't far enough out. Icon goes out 5 days. Yeah, a little bit there. So GFS going pretty heavy on the snowfall, especially on the east side of the mountain. Asheville 4.9. Holy cow. Not sure that's going to happen or not, but interesting, right? So yeah, hey, that's something to think about. So then this is where we switch over to a blend of models. Let me take a look at that. We're going to see. So this would be like Sunday night snow. If you are, hey, there's people up there on this weekend. I guarantee Sunday. Let's see if it's actually Sunday. I don't even know. Let's see. All right, so let's go to Mid-Atlantic, I guess. That'll kind of show it. Do I have Mid-Atlantic? I have Mid-Atlantic right here. Yeah. It's not hard. It's kind of hard to see, though. All right, so total snowfall through Monday. This is a blend of models. So basically just takes the average of all the models. So it's kind of a good indicator. This is through the weekend. So, you know, nothing like spectacular. Because of our frontal line is not a true low, the coastal areas are going to get rain. The snow is going to stay off more around the Great Lakes, you know, Pennsylvania through New York there. But North Carolina is interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on this. This is, you know, a couple inches across the mountains again. This would be like the 5th snow of the year for the Smokies. So, if you're up there. And timing, let's see, the 24 hours. All right, so technically, it's going to be Sunday. Yeah, it'd be more like Sunday into Monday morning. So check out Monday. If you're up there and want to see snow. It looks like if you're going to get snow, it's going to be Monday morning. Monday morning. So, late checkout if you're staying up there in Dollywood. Mike, I don't know. We can look at some forecasts on that. I haven't heard any talk about it getting stronger. What's up, Mr. William Meeks? How you doing? Oh, let's see what else we got. Green Cove Springs, William. Whoa, what was that? Jeez, the screen went white. It scared me. So, Shelly, how many times we crashed Chrome this year? Just once? That was like an early year, wasn't it? Wouldn't matter really now. There's nothing to stress about too much. Oh, should. All right, so there's that. Yeah, so the storms are interesting. You know, thunderstorm, isolated thunderstorms. We're going to see. The Storm Prediction Center, over the years, I have noticed that, I don't know what it is, and I've heard other meteorologists talk about it. For some reason, the Southeast gets left out a lot. They don't talk about us ever, it seems like. And maybe there won't be anything, but I still think we're going to have a strong little squall line out there to watch. And it is bring cool air again. So it is a true cold front. Let's see how far south it goes, too, because I know we got our buddies down in Jamaica. Hey, I changed some maps around, too, by the way. This is pretty cool. So I ended up, the tropical maps were great, but it cut off a lot of part of the U.S. and Texas. So I like this map here because it covers everybody. This is awesome. We got the Caribbean, we got Puerto Rico, we got Jamaica, the Caymans, we got Belize a little bit there. So it kind of helps everybody a little bit. Of course, I had the zoomed in one with the Gulf, but then I also changed the satellite and the water vapor loop. So no, I don't know. No one's really brought it up, but I like the water, the water vapor map that shows more of the south and areas that we watch. So I think this is a good map to use. So I'm gonna leave it up here for now. But I want to see what we were gonna look at. I can't remember now. Okay. Temperatures? No, we know it's gonna be cold. Don't know. Rainfall for the next 5 days. I guess this was kind of worth showing. Came down a little bit. We still can see an inch or two in the Panhandle. The big rain is supposed to stay to the north. This is rainfall. Now remember, this translates to snow depending on the 540 line. So this is true rainfall versus snow. That's why they say precipitation. Florida Peninsula, fast-moving squall lines don't really produce a lot of rain. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like a huge rain event. South Florida possibly, because we're going to have that area set up ahead of this front. But just for giggles, notice I just said giggles. We can look at total precip on the Euro, and it just stops. It just stops. Very common though, right? Frontal line comes in, and there you go. So heavy rain still in the Euro for the Panhandle parts, inch plus. Anything orange is 2 inches plus. So you can still get some heavy rain all on the off the Gulf Coast here, guaranteed. Good chance for somebody to get a couple inches. South Florida possibly gets a little more than everybody else. It about up to an inch here now for where I'm at. So half an inch in the light green areas maybe. So fast mover again. Orlando, if it's a fast moving cold front, it might not be more than an hour. It might not be that big a deal. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I guess storms would be my only concern is lightning, and if they shut it down for anything, I'd still be watching it though. And if I could pick a different day, I'd pick it. I would just, if it was me and it was Sunday, I would pick a different day if it was Sunday night, just because I wouldn't want to take a chance. Monday's going to be beautiful, cold. It's always fun in the wintertime to celebrate Christmas when it's cold out. It's never fun to celebrate anything Christmas when it's not cold out. Here's Monday night. We're going to be back down in the 40s again. So here's your temperatures for Monday night. There you go. Low 40s, 44 for Clearwater. 50s again down in South Florida. So almost a repeat from today. 30s across the Panhandle there. So repeat. And it sticks around a little bit. Not long, but basically one really cool day, and that's next Tuesday morning. Then we get another slow warm up and see what's up with that. I do want to look at one thing. We were looking at some winds for middle part of the coast here coming in next week. I want to see what's cooking on that. The about Wednesday. We're still kind of showing it a little bit. next week. Not really. Well, maybe. Yeah, could be. Yeah. We're going to have some strong winds rolling in midweek again, looking like it. So, not as bad. That's why I didn't post it. Well, yeah, this is Friday. What's going on here? That's next week. What the hell day is it today? There's our front this week. So, like we mentioned yesterday, anybody leaving Sunday out of the Cape, could be some strong waves. Dark, almost dark yellow, green is around 10 foot coming in from the north. So we're gonna have heavy, strong winds pushing those waves Sunday into Monday. Then we're gonna have a wind shift throughout the week, and they're gonna persist with that high pressure to the north. So strong winds and waves going into the East Coast through midweek, and they're gonna persist for a long time. What is that little thing popping up? So, yeah. Once this front passes, we're going to have strong east winds all week long coming into the Atlantic over here. So, we'll see if that's anything significant or not. I doubt it. But it's consistent with what we saw yesterday. So, all next week, starting Tuesday, let's say. This is when things start coming in. Here's Wednesday, Tuesday. Nothing crazy, but still 20s. And they'll stick around all week. Here's strong winds on Thursday, 10 a.m. next week. So yeah, you can have some big winds. This is next Thursday, 30s. This is what we looked at yesterday, so it's still there. Strong winds coming in off the Atlantic next week. So we covered snow. There's a big high pressure up there. That's driving these winds. You see this. This is next Thursday. Look at that. Clockwise winds into Texas, too. That big old high pressure system. Dominating. Here's that's what I was looking at. So you hear about El Niño, lower jet stream, Pacific jet. This is next Thursday. So we had that blocking high pressure in place in the middle part of the U.S. The actual polar jet is to the north, based on history, and then there's our southerly Pacific jet coming up down here. So very interesting. So textbook of what we were learning about El Nino and jet stream. This is upper level winds, by the way, not surface winds, just upper level winds. But hey, we had any moisture sticking around, it would drive stuff into Florida. We've seen that. All right, we had a question on El Nino. I believe the El Nino maps are starting to trend. Let's see. I'm not even sure. Hold on. Weekly update. We'll see where we're at. What number we are. I think we're at 1 point something. 1.7 late. So we're around 2. It's still, I think that's still considered strong El Nino. 1.7, 2.0, 2.0, 2.1. I like to look at the graphs, the modeling graphs for. So here's where we're at, 1.8. That's pretty warm. The last one we've had that hot was 15. 2.4 above normal. So it is definitely a strong El Nino. What's interesting, 15 ended almost like we're going to see as predicted, and we might end up neutral, maybe to La Nina, latter part of next year possibly. So there's our latest graph, expecting to be out of El Nino sometime early June-ish, maybe before summer. No, you're right. It's still expected to peak a little more. So it could go a little higher before we see it drop down. Could go another half a degree. But we are officially in a strong El Nino. El Nino. There's my Spanish accent that I'm not very good at. El Nino. Chris Farley said it best, right? Next cold front, William, that's that one coming down Sunday. If you're talking about everybody. Oh, man. Mike, I didn't know you're down. Oh, yeah, I did know you're Cape Coral. We were talking during Ian. That's right. We had some gas. I was going to try to hook up with you. So, thank you, Miss Loretta Reed. Appreciate that. I do. I got one more thing to do in Christmas. I always do the mantle last. I'm motivated to do the mantle. The mantle takes some time. We have some Disney houses. I put down some lights and we put a little snow down there and stuff. So, and I got a little battery operated train that goes back and forth. And today is the day. I want to get it done before at least the weekend. So that's my plan here. And I got a cool new thing on my truck. I don't know why I never got this thing. So I mounted it. I meant to share a picture. I got a remote control spotlight and it looks sleek. It's awesome looking. It's like futuristic. Mm-hmm. But I wired it through the same mechanism as my flashers, and it's remote control, wireless remote. So I can actually hit an auxiliary switch and have full 360 up and down motion. And I was like shining my neighbor's, I should have told Jack. I was shining in his bedroom. He's probably like, what the hell? So I was excited for that. So anyway, Andrew, you cruise the Bahamas next weekend. Too far to know. I hate going out that far. It looks like we got this high pressure locked in, though. Here's tropical tidbits. It doesn't look like we have much through the week next week. This is 6Z. Hang on. So this is our weekend front we're watching right here. This is the one I've been talking about. And then there's our high pressure. Now Tuesday, there's that little low. That's crazy. That's kind of what was showing up on the Euro. 10 days is way too far. Yeah, it's not really showing up on that. I wouldn't. A little too far. I'm not going to take any guesses. We're just going to have a lingering high pressure in place most of the week. That generally means a little warm up, actually. So, oh yeah, look at that. Holy cow. Let's see here. Excuse me. So next Tuesday, not really. Yeah, kind of really. Once that front loses all its punch, these are anomalies. So really, there's not really anything. I saw a bunch of people posting long-range anomaly maps. I just don't trust them. But we could be seeing a warmer pattern setting up here if we don't get any real cold fronts for a while. This is interesting. I will admit this is kind of interesting, but it's one run. I'm not going to get too worked up about it yet. Guaranteed, it's well. Anyway, all right. So well, let's look at this. All right. So next weekend, this is interesting. A little bit interesting. A little bit interesting. So here's our front line that's going to linger. This is going to bring a lot of rain down in Central America, Belize. This is the first part of the week. Talked about this a couple times this week. You can see the front lingers, leaving behind some rains through the early part of next week. And, lingering fronts, I mean, that's wild. Not like it's going to affect anybody. It could bring some rain. So this is next Friday. Now, the only reason it's worth pointing out is it kind of showed it on yesterday's 12Z run, too. Here's yesterday's 12Z run. Kind of showing the same thing for next Friday. lingering leftover fronts, and then it kind of low pressure, but it gets on out of here. But it could bring up some, juice back into Florida. This is later part next week. Front flattens out. High pressure bends it back around. So we could see some lingering rains later part of the week for Florida. And this is weird looking. Showing a little low popping up here on Friday. Which doesn't mean anything. It's too far away to get too worked up about it, but still interesting. So just keep like a little eye on it, like a half eye, not a one eye alert, like a half eye alert, a hangover eye alert. How about that? We have a hangover alert. So, all right, let's. Wind on the East Coast. Oh, yeah, Jeffrey, I showed it. Man, it's North Carolina north, 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts Sunday, Monday. Coming in straight off the south part of the Atlantic. And then towards the middle part of next week, we're going to get a lot of wind rolling in off of the east side, straight into Florida. I didn't find Teddy today. Do any of y'all have... Elf on the Shelf? Our Elf on the Shelf is tricky. Sarah and I looked for, we named him Teddy. A couple days ago, we couldn't find Teddy. We had to ask for help. Oh, Janet's got a Louis cup. Thank you for that, supporting us here at the weather page. This is Julie's mom's cup. All right. Anyway, why would we get worked up on it? What's that, Ricky's mama? Oh, all right. Well, hope everybody has a great weekend. I did a little shout out to my buddies at Done Right Roofing. They donated to Emily's high school, and located here in Palm Harbor, Florida. So big thanks to them. $1,000 sponsorship they gave the high school. Man, that's awesome. So if you are shopping around Pinellas County, Hillsborough, Pasco, I know you've seen the orange and blue trucks. They support us here at Mike's Florida page, so we appreciate that. And then I guess we'll be calling it a day. All right. Have a good weekend, James. Thank you, buddy. I can show you some softball. I think Emily had a couple highlights here. Tony Stewart. This Tony Stewart popped up on my feed here. We actually used to party together a little bit. All right, so let me see if I can pull Emily's highlights over here. I know y'all like to watch her pitches. So this is only like 8 strikeouts. We didn't have a lot of games this weekend, but she did pitch really good. So let me see if I can pull them up here, and we'll make it full screen. I don't know if it's going to see. So, yeah, it's kind of showing it. You kind of see her. It's full screen. All right, this is for you, James, and everybody else. So there you go. She's actually got a lot. I thought her velocity on Sunday was really good. There's a nice little curveball. Another curveball. Another curveball. It was working good this weekend. Here's a changeup coming. This thing's, it's like it falls in there and I don't know what to do. And then here's Sunday. Definitely faster Sunday. That was like a rise ball. That was a nice screwball. Dogs are barking. Somebody's here. So there you go. Highlights of the week. Let me see who it is. Hold on a minute. I might have signed for something. It's that time of year. It's a package. Oh boy. I might have to go sign for it. All right. Well, hey, have a great day. I'm going to be posting models after 12 o'clock. We'll see new storm prediction center map tomorrow to see what kind of storms we get to the east. All right. So I got to go get the door. Have a great day, Shelly. We'll see you. All right. Bye-bye.